When I fell in love with my ex-husband, it was a true full attraction, everything about him head over heels type of love. Um, we were friendly, but we weren't friends first. We knew who each other were previous, but it's not like we were pals. Um, and we both fell very hard. And because of my own wound, I can look back and see now, I kept us in these little boxes because we were so happy. We were so in our first blush of love that it made sense in my mind to try to keep us there, right? To keep that sense of attraction going, to keep our chemistry going. What a beautiful way to start a relationship. I'd seen relationships start where they're friends. And what happens is I saw that lead to infidelity because there wasn't that initial real raw of attraction that you can nurture and keep alive. So I felt very self assured that we had this unique, true love as opposed to just being pals. I used to sneer very much when people said, "Oh, my husband is my best friend." I was like, "Really? Uh-huh. Okay." So judgmental. And as we grew up together, I mean, we got together when he was 19 and I was 20. So we were like kids. Um, that feeling of keeping us in those boxes to keep that frame of reference of our relationship became all like obsessive for me, all encompassing. So, of course, we grow and change. We are young parents now. The dynamics of our relationship is changing, but I didn't allow for that. I tried everything I could to keep us in those boxes, including acting helpless. And then at the same time, rebelling because I felt like he was trying to tell me what to do, but I demanded both things equally. I didn't want the responsibility of being a grown up, and yet I wanted the freedom of being one. And these are all contained within the dynamics of my relationship. A lot of impossible tasks for him to meet. And at the same time, I'm not saying that I'm all to blame, but our dynamic was not one of being really honest with each other. Because after a while, we just tell each other what we think we want to hear because I didn't want conflict. And he was quick to anger. So my whole life, I've just thrown myself on any grenade to smother it, to take the blame, to do whatever I could, because conflict meant you were going to get up and leave, and I can't risk that. So now, as I am grown and in a grown up relationship where I am a partner, I look back and see not only did I abdicate my power and abdicate my soul's purpose and responsibility of being a truth teller and also being someone that looks inward. I shut all that off. I shut it all off because I thought I had to be this other thing that it turned out he didn't want anyway. So my testimony today is mining those places that are really uncomfortable for the truth, to tell the truth now of what you were, is so important. And to make sure that those parameters, those old stories, don't come up and make the decisions for you today. And that although I share this anecdote with you, that I don't live in that story. That story is literally not my reality, not just merely by circumstance, but by decision, action, and the course of my life. So don't get stuck in the narrative of your story and the retelling of the data. Make sure that you always go underneath that to find out what decisions you're making based on something that might be unconscious, so you can truly make a new decision consciously. I had a conversation with a friend the other day saying, I don't want to make the same mistakes anymore. I want to make new mistakes. And I was like, that sounds fantastic. I want new mistakes too. We're human, we're going to make mistakes, but let them be new mistakes, not the same old mistakes. So that's what's come up for me today. And I will see you tomorrow.